at Ben and Kelly Show. You can always send us a message or on social media or benandkellyshow@gmail.com.
I feel like this is also kind of a Ben and Kelly court case. He says, hey, Ben and Kelly, I think what I did was totally in the right, but my wife thinks I was a little too jerky. So my wife and I got dinner Saturday, and I was tasked with driving to the place and picking it up. No worries. We ordered online, set up curbside pickup. I drove to the restaurant. All 5 curbside spots were taken. There are 3 people in their cars waiting, 2 cars next to each other with no one in them because 2 people have left their cars and are inside the restaurant sitting there eating. The worst. So now I can't pull in, enter a number, and wait for my food. So I parallel parked in front of them, blocking the 2 vehicles in. I call the place, tell them I was outside. They said, we're just finishing your order. We'll be out in a few minutes. In the meantime, one of the guys comes out to his car and he is fuming. He's yelling at me to say, you need to move. I need to get out of here. I calmly said, well, if you were parked in a proper spot in the first place, I could have pulled into a spot and not blocked you in. But you inconvenienced me, so now I'm returning the favor. I made them sit there and wait as he beeped the horn and yelled at me until they came out with my food. About 2 minutes later.
Wow.
Am I the jerk here? Thanks, guys.
Dang. Okay, so, yeah, he definitely took it to another level by not moving. I get how you're frustrated because those spots are for, like, you know, people
curbside
who are going to be there only a few minutes and leave.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Not people who walk in and sit down and get their dinner.
Understood. However, once he came out, you could have just moved up a scotch.
I know. That's
let him out and just be like, hey, next time, don't park in the curbside if you're going in to sit and eat.
Listen, there are tons of text messages already that are like, totally would have done the same thing and sat there.
Really? Oh, my gosh.
Derek says, not all heroes wear cape. This guy is awesome.
Wow.
Eric says, yes, he's a jerk, but I would have done the same thing.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Tanya says, Texas Roadhouse will tow your car if you're parked in those carryout spots. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to know that you're there, though, you know. And
yeah, I don't know if a lot of people that are like monitoring.
Right, for sure. Oh, my gosh. All of the text messages, like I said, are team this guy.
Oh, yeah. Chris said I would have done the same thing. I actually got in a fight over a parking spot at Bass Pro. I'm super petty.
Oh,
LOL.
my gosh. Bass Pro. Is that just cliche or is it me?
Oh, no. That's 1,000% cliche, but
right.
It's nothing like what Patrick did. Oh. He said, I once used a bike chain lock to lock a grocery cart through a guy's car door because he left it in the middle of a parking spot.
What? So he sacrificed his own bike chain in order to prove a point?
Yes. That's crazy.
That is.
I mean, I am kind of stunned at the amount of support. This guy, like, nope, would have done the same thing.
Aubrey's on the phone. Aubrey, what's your take on it real quick?
It involves a designated parking spot. So there's handicap parking spots, right? I work at Kroger, and fortunately enough for me, I work right in front of the entrance. So I get to see everything that happens in the parking lot, and let me tell you, it is a dramatic show every day. So we actually had this car that was like parked halfway in a handicap spot and then like halfway in the regular spot, right? Oh. This poor old lady driving her big old Grand Taurus was pulling in. We don't really know if she like maybe had like a stroke or a seizure or something like that. Well, she ended up hitting this guy in the parking lot for the handicap spot because she was trying to pull into the handicap spot.
Right.
Well, come to find out, they found the people that owned that car, and they were stealing $400 worth of groceries.
Oh, geez.
So this is like a setting the bar story,
so
too.
They needed like a quick getaway, so they needed the
both spots.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was like a real quick, like, we're going to go in and out, and they just, like, grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, threw it all in this basket.
Gosh.
I kid you not. $400 worth of groceries that they were trying to steal. We call LMPD. They come out, and they're like, what's going on? And then they're kids. They're college kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, what happened? happened? They're like, oh, well, we thought we paid for this stuff. And really, you thought you paid for $400 worth of stuff? Sure, okay.
Wow.
College is not doing you well. Go elsewhere.
Right.
So this wasn't the first time it happened.
Oh, no.
This was like the third time they've come in and done it. So this little old lady, she turned out to be perfectly fine. She just wasn't paying attention, and she was trying to pull into the handicap spot, and just so happened to hit the people that were trying to steal $400.
That is such
She was the real hero.
My gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Divine intervention. And
yes.
karma is real. Don't steal Sue from the K. Roger because, somebody might just accidentally hit you.
Some little old lady maybe.
Jail.
Right. Some little old lady looking for the parking spot may accidentally hit you.
She just wanted some bread and butter, man. She ended up getting a kid arrested, and I think we ended up actually giving her a gift card.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right. Well, cool.
Oh, my gosh.
There's your setting the bar story for today, too.
I love it. Aubrey, thank you. Appreciate it.
You guys, love you.
All right, love you.
Love you, bye. That's amazing. That was a bona fide crime ring she busted up.
I know. So what we're saying is there is a lot of drama surrounding those reserved parking spots for sure. So,
okay.
So yes, getting back to our guy, are we siding with his wife saying that was kind of pulling a jerk move, or are we saying?
I think so. I think it's just kind of making a bad situation worse. I would have said something and then moved.
Okay.
He could have handled it.
Could have handled it a little bit differently, especially when the
high
person
road.
comes out, because you never know. But just know that you're getting a lot of support.
Right? Yes. Your feelings were valid about it, but when they came out to confront you, then you could have been like, "Well, don't park there.
Yeah.
If you're going to go sit and eat and then move."
All right. That is diving into the DMs. Again, if you want to message us at Ben and Kelly Show, simple. We'll take it, toss it out to our listeners, and see if we can get you a little bit of support there for you.
But Granny for the win at the K. Roger.
Yeah, right, for sure.